For all the latest updates, subscribe to News 9.
At least 20 million people in the US may already have been infected with COVID-19 according to the latest estimate by health officials. The Centers for Disease Control says the true number of cases is likely to be 10 times higher than the reported figure. It comes as the state of Texas halted its reopening as infections and hospitalizations surged. A little more than 4 months before facing voters, US President Donald Trump appears at one of the weakest points of his presidency, with few signs the mounting health and civic crisis he currently faces will subdue, and a spate of national polls indicating if the election were held immediately, he would lose. US President Donald Trump touted a $5.5 billion Navy contract awarded to Fincantieri Marinette Marine in Wisconsin this past week. The contract would see the company build the service's first new frigate, which is a type of warship with options for 9 more. The deal is expected to lead to the hiring of about 1,000 American workers. Trump also slammed Canada during his discussion about the contract, lauding the USMCA trade deal and saying that Canada no longer takes advantage on trade. Several of President Trump's campaign staffers are quarantining this week after attending his rally in Tulsa in the state of Oklahoma last week and interacting with several colleagues who later tested positive for COVID-19. After 8 staffers tested positive, several of the campaign's top officials decided to quarantine for the week instead of going to the office. Washington, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser is urging residents to celebrate 4th of July, that is Independence Day in USA, at home this year. In a news conference, Bowser said that D.C. will still be in a public health crisis during the holiday and that the government's strong recommendation is that D.C. residents celebrate the 4th of July at home or near their home in small gatherings. Portugal will bring back COVID-19 stay-at-home orders for several areas of Lisbon, said Prime Minister Antonio Costa. The reinstated lockdown will apply to 19 boroughs in the Lisbon metro area, not including the capital city's downtown area, as local authorities fight a surge in COVID-19 infections in the city's outskirts. Costa also announced that the rest of the country would continue to ease anti-coronavirus restrictions, transitioning from a state of calamity to a state of alert on July 1st. UK holidaymakers could be able to travel to most of Western Europe this summer without having to quarantine. Ministers are finalizing plans for a series of travel corridors that will mean people arriving into the UK will not need to self-isolate. Participating countries could include France, Italy, Spain, Greece, Belgium, Germany, Norway, the Netherlands, Turkey, and Finland. Portugal is left out of the list. Car production and sales in UK have dropped to an all-time low since the outbreak of COVID-19. This has been the lowest level since 1946. Car production plunged after car makers had to idle factories to prevent the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. Less than a month after US President Donald Trump vowed to stop funding the World Health Organization, Germany and France say they will contribute financial backing to the agency in its fight against COVID-19. Germany promised to give 500 million euros in funding and equipment to the WHO this year as the country assumes the presidency of the European Union.